A very warm welcome to you. Many thanks for finding time to be with us on this week's edition of the program. We remain your source for all the latest happening in the world of business. I am Susan Obiako and you are warmly welcome. On this edition, we continue with our special report series, Behind the Brand. This report, as stated earlier, will feature exclusive interviews with chief executive officers of insurance companies who are taking giant strides to build successful brand. They will offer insight into their journeys and strategies. Today, we make a stop at Consolidated Hallmark Insurance Limited, where the Managing Director and CEO, Mrs. Mary Adeyanju, will take us through the brand process of the company. Let's take a listen.
The bane of insurance business is payment of claims. So your integrity is tested through your ability to pay claims, pay genuine claims, and pay them in record time. Your integrity is tested when you are able to, make a promise and then deliver on that promise, which I think that over the years we have successfully done.
What more can I say? Let me urge you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the lineup. Details shortly. Please stay with us.
On Rep Your School, the students are in charge. Catch all the fun and excitement every Saturday by 9:30 a.m. on MITV, DSTV channel 255, and watch our future leaders unleash their potentials. Join the fun. Rep Your School. Let the swag come alive. Don't miss it.
The global brand value significantly increased in 2024 to $13 trillion. Businesses globally invest in brand marketing because it's crucial for long-term sales growth, fostering trust and loyalty with consumers of products and services. While branding is sometimes confused with logo or name, a brand is how a business is viewed by its customers, investors, employees, and the public. Insurance companies, like other global businesses, are taking giant steps at building recognizable brands. While some are winning on this journey, others are playing catch-up. Behind the Brand Special Report will feature exclusive interviews with some insurance companies' CEOs who will offer insights into their brand building journeys and strategies.
The CHI brand has come a long way. If I want to give our story, how we started from a very humble beginning, which you're very much aware of as Consolidated Risk Insurers, and we metamorphosed after the recapitalization exercise, where three companies came together: Consolidated Risk Insurers, Hallmark Assurance, and of course NGL. So three of us came together and formed the Consolidated Hallmark Insurance of today. This company, in almost 20 years, has grown from its humble beginning to where we are today, and closed as at 31st December 2024. We closed with 31 billion in terms of gross premium income and posted profits that you saw at our last AGM. And I think thus far God has helped us as a general insurance company. We've also grown, to acquire a life company sometime on 1st of April this year. So we now have CHI Life that has started operations already. I'm talking about the insurance part of the business now. But in the insurance ecosystem, we also grew, also in the financial ecosystem, we also grew. We have an HMO. Of course, we have an HMO. We also have a finance company. So the HMO is Hallmark Health Management Services. And then we also have a finance house, which is Hallmark Finance as well. So this is where we are. Like I said, from our humble beginning, we've grown. So we're like a tree that is sprouting and will continue to sprout. And very strategically, 1st of January last year, we metamorphosed to a holding company. So we are all subsidiaries of the holding company, which is CHH, Consolidated Hallmark Holdings Limited. PLC. So the holding company is the PLC. Consolidated Hallmark PLC of the past is now a limited liability company. So we have migrated all our shareholders to the holding company. So we are now a privately owned company and a fully owned subsidiary of the holding company, while the life company that we just bettered is a subsidiary of Consolidated Hallmark Insurance Limited. From time, it's always been that we want to be the first choice provider of insurance services and every other financial services in this space. We want to be the first choice. We want a situation where, if a client is thinking of insurance, you're thinking about Consolidated Hallmark. If you're thinking about HMO, you're thinking about Consolidated. If you're looking at finance, you're looking at Consolidated Hallmark. So the first thing is we want to be a first choice provider of insurance and other financial services to our clients, to our customers. That is our vision. And in trying to communicate that, we have wrapped it through or coined it through our core values, which is price, right? So the first one of price stands for professionalism. So we've tried as much as possible to be very professional in this space. And for people who have related with us and those who probably have not, but by word of mouth have heard that the way we do business, we're very professional in the way we do business. We don't cut corners. We do the business as is, right? Our second value is relationship. So we tried as much as possible to relate with our customers. So when we talk about or stakeholders, I rather use stakeholders than customers, because stakeholders involves both your internal customers, your external customers, your regulator, your business partners, your vendors, your investors, everybody, all our stakeholders. We tried as much as possible to maintain, a kind of relationship that puts us above others. And then, of course, integrity. I think that, well, for the sake of this interview, you'd have to speak for yourself, but I think the industry can speak for us, when it comes to integrity in the way we do our businesses. And for me, I like to want to tie integrity to claims, because the bane of insurance business is payment of claims. So your integrity is tested through your ability to pay claims, pay genuine claims, and pay them in record time. Your integrity is tested where you are able to, make a promise and then deliver on that promise, which I think that over the years we have successfully done. So for me, that is good. And then the next one is customer focus. So our customer for us is priority. Our customer is number one. And in trying to make our customers happy, we've tried as much as possible to bring a lot of innovation and technology into the business to help us to be efficient, operationally, to help us to be agile, in the way we deliver our services to our customer. Our customer for us is our pride. So, and we have also created some kind of system where we get feedbacks from our customers as to the quality of service that we give to them. So it helps us to sit down and review what we do with our clients and then be able to come up with innovative solutions to solving their issues on a daily basis. And I think to a large extent, maybe our customers out there should be able to speak for us, but I think to a large extent we are passing. And then finally is excellence. So we're driving an organization that is crested on excellence. And really, I cannot have this interview without mentioning my group managing director, who's mentored all of us over the years. A man who has knack and passion for excellence, somebody who will cross all the T's and dot the I's and will settle for nothing else. So you can imagine. So all of his proteges, people like us and all of us, we don't have a choice, than to work and run the organization that way. So that is where we are. And I think so far God has helped us and is still helping us. Everyone is a target audience of the CHI brand. So we're selling across board. We have target audience to reach the old of the old, right? Because everybody needs one form of insurance cover or the other, right? Now we have a life company. So you have aged parents, you can still buy life covers for them within a certain bracket, right? We have general insurance companies, even for those old, and the general insurance company will take care of policies for even those old ones. You want to protect assets of your old parents and all of that. We have funeral covers, even for, planning ahead of the burial of the aged, right? So we're also dealing with the young ones. Of course, if you look at the demography of this country today, we find out that the real population of Nigeria is within that bracket. And we have policies that are speaking to that demography. So this particular class of people, everything, around their life is in their gadgets, their iPads, their phones, their laptops and all that. And we sell policies that take care of, all of that and much more. So we're providing for them. We're providing for SMEs, young and upcoming thriving businesses, and all that. So there are policies to take care of those ones, to put them in the position they were before any loss occurs. So it doesn't send them back to the streets where they're coming from. There are insurance policies to take care of them. Then, of course, we provide for the large corporates. Okay, so because there's a need for everyone across, the band to have one form of insurance cover or the other. I jokingly say to people that insurance is one business that survives or that thrives for the survival of other businesses. Because when there's no insurance and a loss occurs or something happens to you, then you have to go back to your community to start doing contribution for you. In the Nigeria of today, that is not going to happen because everybody is struggling to put food on their table. So we provide for the SMEs, to the large corporate, to high network individuals, to just name it, corporations, cooperative societies, and then we use different platforms to reach these different categories of persons. So for the retail, we partner with aggregators, we partner with fintechs, we partner with super agents, to be able to reach, the critical mass, and get these policies. We also come up with bundling products. So we are bundling, our various products with our partners' products to be able to reach their clients, deliver value to them, and grant them protection, as well. So generally, we're providing insurance for all classes of individuals, from the corporate to the individual, from the young to the old. If you run a business and year in, year out, you're seeing your renewals as high as 80, 90, 95%, it simply means that your customers are showing high level loyalty because they are either pleased with the service that you're giving, they are happy with you for some reason or the other. I mentioned earlier that we have kind of a customer feedback form, which we don't take lightly at all. I'm sure you know that we're an ISO certified company. We're one of the very few insurance companies in this space that is ISO certified. So we're very particular about details. We're very particular about efficiency of processes, and all of that. And this is one of it. We don't joke with it. And I can tell you that in terms of repeat purchase, what we record is far above 90%. And that is evident in the results that we have been posting and will continue to post. First, one of the things we're trying to do is to ensure that we keep upscaling with technology. That's the number one, because we know that every business that is not taking technology serious is a business that is dead on arrival. And so on a daily basis, we are upscaling with our technology so that we can give our clients, efficient service in record time. As I speak to you, we we are in the process of, integrating a new software as I speak to you. We're also in the process of integrating a new is a claims a claims tool, a technology tool to help us with managing our claims, to make us more efficient with our claims. We're changing our technology for even our HR as I speak to you right now. All this is trying to position ourselves effectively and efficiently for the business ahead. We're changing technology, the software we're using for HR, for claims, like I said, for operations, like I said, for finance, like I said. So we're, injecting a lot of money into technology to help us to be efficient. We're also seriously reviewing, our pathways with partnerships, because we have come to understand that one of the ways to upscale very quickly is to look at your partnership arrangements, because you can't reach everybody, and all that. But through partnerships, we can connect, to a lot of people. And technology, is the enabler for that partnership. And so the new technology we're bringing in is coming with higher APIs that will help us, with integrations, with all these our various partners. And also, these are the major thing we're really looking at is the partnership. We also have a strategic partner, which is PwC, which is driving, our strategic initiatives, as a company and all that. And we do not take it lightly at all. So we monitor all of those initiatives on a monthly basis to ensure execution. Not just that is documented, but that we are following through, with each of those strategic initiatives. So for us, key for us first is partnership. And another one is people. People, because no matter the strategy that you have, no matter the technology that you have, if you don't have the right people to run the organization, you're wasting time. So we're also spending money to see how we can train and retrain the people that work with us. We're also trying to bring in more qualified hands. We know that skilled labor is not cheap in the market. We also know that skilled labor is also not really available anymore, but we're going out of our way to train. And that's why in CHI we run graduate training scheme right now, sometimes twice a year. We're bringing in young ones, we're training them, we keep training them. We know that, the attrition is quite high. So we're also, running the graduate training scheme as they're going. We're training more people. In fact, we're very glad to say that we have a lot of ambassadors in the industry. We're proud to say that we're happy. And in all the places where they are, they're doing well, which shows that this institution has impacted them positively. And I think for me, that is my joy. Okay, and we'll continue to train. So we're particular about people, we're particular about technology, we're particular about our partnerships, which is crested on the technology. And very soon, we're going to be having our mobile app as well. So it's also an integral part of the technology, that we're coming up with. So we're doing everything to see how we can position ourselves, as a 2025 company that is working, in the technology space, so to speak. So those are the critical areas that we're looking at. Of course, not leaving behind, ensuring the fact that we're high up with compliance, because we're in an industry that is highly regulated. So we need to be sure. And finally, too, we have made up our minds from time that this business will consistently pay dividend to shareholders, and we have never reneged on that promise. Year in, year out, CHI has consistently paid dividend to the owners of the business. Because you cannot only pay yourself, you need to also pay the people who put the business together. So these are, taking all of this into consideration. Our customers or our clients, so to speak, would validate what I'm saying. That our claims are paid in record time. All genuine claims, I like to qualify it, all genuine claims with proper documentations that come in record time are also settled in record time. Of course, in our industry we have fraudulent claims as well. So when you begin to have delays, there are one or two things, attached to those claims. Where claims are genuine, where claims are straight, documentations are complete, most of the time for even 0 to 20 million in 48 hours we paid. And then the other ones, just maximum of say 5-7 days. We've settled all of those claims. I can tell you. Paid all of those claims. The ones that are very large, in 2 weeks plus, we've paid all of those claims. And testimonies are there to show. We deal with a lot of all the big brokers, reputable brokers that do business with us. And if we haven't earned this reputation, they will not be doing business with us. Most of our clients are happy with us because of the kind of service we give to them. We want to go further. And that is why we're investing in this claims tool, to say we want a tool that will help us, especially with the retail claims, because it comes in numbers, to help us with this claim so that we can pay it as quick as, It's also going to help us even with the documentation of the client, because there's an AI tool that is embedded in it that is going to help to do the inspection, for motor and all of that, and come up with an estimate of repair. So we may not even be waiting for the client to do all that. It will do all of it, come up with a result, and then we'll pay. We just pay. So, and that is the next phase we're going to, That is our next phase, a point where, we don't have to wait for the client to be giving us all of those documents delayed, because at the end of the day, the clients come back and begin to say, oh, the insurance company has delayed, and they never tell their own side of the story. So we're saying, we'll take it from you. We'll take it from you. So whatever we can do to help, to make that process faster, we'll do it. So that at the end of the day, we can make you happy, and we can also make our brand a better brand. Do you understand? And all that. Because we do realize the fact that when people suffer loss, the emotional trauma sometimes cannot even be quantified in terms of naira and kobo. So the least is to just put joy, on their faces by addressing their problems quickly. So sometimes they're even such in a distraught state that they don't even remember the things they need to do and all of that. But that is why we're here, and that is why we're also a very empathic organization. I can tell you that a lot of claims have been paid on S-Crasher, which we normally will not have paid. But of course, we just look at the client and feel, okay, you've done business with us for some time, your portfolio looks good, maybe the broker that brought the transaction is also, a broker with a good, healthy portfolio. What can we do to help this client? So obviously, liability does not attach, but we still go on and give them S-Crasher. I can't count how many of them we'd have to make, all of those concessions for. So as a company, we're also professionally flexible, in dealing with our clients at the time of claim, and also at the time of inception of the business, and in the duration of the contract as well. We already have the capital. We have the capital both for the life and for the non-life insurance company. So we're not looking for capital. We're not going to raise capital anywhere. We have the capital in-house already. So if that is the concern, we're very good. In fact, we should be looking at how to acquire one or two distressed companies. I'm not saying we want to, I'm just joking. I'm just saying we want to, but of course, if it can happen, if it does happen, why not? We can give it a look. But as a company, we have everything that you need in terms of the minimal capital requirement. We have it and much more.
That's the time on the program this week. Many thanks for being a part of it. Join us same time, same station next week for a fresh package. In the meantime, feel free to connect with us on all our social media platforms. Voting in the various categories of the 2025 Almond Insurance Industry Award has officially closed. Preparation is ongoing for the award night happening 7th of November at the Stable Event Place, Bode Thomas Surulere. Admission is strictly by ticket, so go get your ticket now. For information on how to purchase your ticket, please connect with us on all our social media platforms or call the number showing on the screen. If you missed any part of today's episode, do well to check it out tomorrow on ASA TV Abuja and on DSTV channel 392 by 11 a.m. or our YouTube channel, Almond Finance TV. I am Susan Obiako. Until next time from the entire team, be good. Bye-bye.